What's up, guys? What's up, Javi?
What's going on?
You know, just chilling, waiting for
Let's
this
get the party
mock
cracking.
draft room to start up. It looks like I see Javi and Anthony. So Tony joined in also, so that's cool. Hopefully Felix will get on soon too.
No, he just
I don't
got in.
know. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Dang, what's up with that picture right there, Felix? Oh, he moved to number 12.
Oh, he changed it. He switched up.
Yeah, he got a little thought on there.
A little thotty.
Hey, check out this cool stuff that Carlos was showing me before the show today. So you see under my name it says host analyst.
Yeah.
So you can actually change that too if you want to.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
You actually have to do it before you enter the draft room.
Yeah. I'll
But
mess with it afterwards.
also another thing is check this out too.
I'm gonna put hype guy.
Look at this.
Oh
Dang,
no, that's what's
that's
up.
sick, huh? That's so sick.
We're such rookies, bro.
I know, right? Hey, we gonna get better, right? We just got to
Yeah,
keep at
yeah.
it. Look at that, analyst, willpower, and hobby. You
Damn,
mean to
son.
change that? What do you want your name to say? Because I know like the guys call you like Javi the commish. I just call you Javi, and I put an X because you weapon X.
Yeah, damn right. Let's leave it like that.
Just like
The
that. You don't
commission's
want.
cool, yeah. The
All right,
commission's cool. It's stuck with me for past couple of years, so I'm okay with that.
all right. I'm gonna change this then.
Dude, the season starts next week, right?
Yeah.
I lagged it on because you know how I haven't done the our fantasy league for a while. It's been like 2 years
Uh-huh.
after doing it for like over like 10 years or something. I was debating on whether doing it this year or not.
Hey, honestly, you and Carlos are the reason why I started doing fantasy baseball.
I think it's all Carlos's fault.
I had never done it before, and like
Yeah.
I only knew Carlos because his cousin is my wife's cousin. I mean, his cousin. His wife is my wife's cousin. So
Hmm.
we just went over the pad one day. I think it was for like a carne asada or something like that,
Yeah.
and we were just talking about Dodgers and just kind of like baseball in general. They were talking about a fantasy league, and I was like too scared to ask him like, "Can I get in?" You know,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I ended up starting my own league that
Uh-huh.
season, and then I think my wife actually like asked her cousin to tell Carlos to see if I could get in the league too, and then he
Yeah.
messaged me, and I was like,
You had
"All
the
right,
wifey ass.
yeah, I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
really know y'all back then, so
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons Carlos told me about it, and I didn't know jack shit about baseball like in depth, like kind of how I know about it now. Maybe not
yeah,
as much, but before, I was just a Dodger fan in general. Like I didn't care about anything else. And then, once I started this league with you guys, um, dude, like I'm anxious to get baseball started. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Now it's not just about being a Dodger fan. Now it's about being a fan in general.
dude, that's actually what I was gonna tell you. Like, I remember the
Yeah,
first draft that I had with you guys. It was a live, um, offline draft,
that was
right? So
awesome.
that was my first experience doing a fantasy baseball draft, and dude, I didn't know
Yeah,
what the hell I was doing. I was
yeah.
like Adrian Gonzalez and Yasmani
Hmm.
Grandal. It was like all these players that were only Dodgers. I
Yeah,
didn't draft anyone that I didn't know. Until like obviously like towards the end of the draft when all the Dodgers are already gone.
yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like, dude, I was so crap, but
yeah.
I
I
still
wa-
made the playoffs that year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't get I had a couple beers in me, so after after like round 3 or 4, I was like, I don't give a shit who I take. It was just the whole like environment and stuff. It was fun, yeah, hanging with the guys,
Yeah, dude,
barbecuing and stuff. It was awesome.
the draft board that you guys ordered. I don't know if you ordered it or what
Yeah,
you did, but that was freaking dope, dude. With like
yeah,
the stickers and all
yep,
that. Like,
yep,
I wish I could experience that now that I actually like know more fantasy baseball. That
yeah.
was back in 20
Dude, that was a long.
2013.
It was a while back.
2013.
Yeah.
Man, that was 10 years ago. Holy shit, I've been
Yep.
doing this for years.
Mhm.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Telling
Yeah,
you,
because I
bro.
met my wife in 2012 and we got married in 2014. So I
Yeah.
remember it was like before we got married that that I actually like started getting into this.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
But it's so fun, man. Like it's so
Yeah.
crazy how like fantasy baseball has just like taken over my life for like
Yeah.
solid like 5 months out of the year, man.
My wife hates it when it comes to like, ah, fuck, here we go. But we have like this deal, like since it's a a buy-in league. What is
Uh,
it? What is it? $100?
50.
How much is it? 50. So the 50, she'll be like, all right, what's the payout? And then I'll tell her, and she's like, all right, well, those 50 go into my little allowance on the side. So whenever I do like fantasy stuff, the money I put in the fantasy league, she'll put it in like her little bank account.
You talking about if you win?
No, no, just in general, because I'm putting money in.
Uh, so whatever money you spend, she spends too.
Exactly. You know how that be.
Yeah, I do know how that be. So it looks like all the homies are in the chat room right now. We got Felix, Carlos, Jasper, Tony. What's up, fellas?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Snap Pittsburgh.
we got a little less than 5 minutes left before the draft room opens. Actually, I'm gonna post this on Instagram real quick. They
So
have
this is
4
pretty
minutes to get
cool
in.
because I know our draft is Sunday, and I've been meaning to get into a mock draft for the auction leagues, but every time I check, like nobody's doing the auction leagues like mock drafts. I'm like, who am I going against? Fucking bots, you know? So
Yeah.
this is kind of cool. Like I can get a
Yeah, and a
feel
lot of
for,
times they'll
you
just
know,
end up auto drafting.
yeah, yeah. So this is cool. Like I'll get a feel for how this works because I've never done an auction draft before. So I don't know. You told me it didn't. You bid on a player that you want, and then people just start throwing stripper money at them to see who who pays the most.
All right, 8 spots open.
Jasper, you got 4 minutes. Is
Come
Carlos
on.
getting in, or is he at work?
Yeah. Oh no, he said he's at work. I think he said he wanted to, but he's on call, so he's not going to be able to like really pay attention.
Mm. It don't matter. It's a mock draft. Shit.
Yeah, the problem with the auction drafts is you got to make sure that you're really paying attention. You can't auto draft. There is no auto draft because someone will
Mm.
like they'll nominate a player for everyone to bid on, and if you just don't bid, then you just don't get any players. So everyone else's
Mm.
lineups are going to be full, and then you're stuck like at the end with like nobody. So an
Damn.
auction draft really can't happen unless everyone is actually in the draft room.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
So
you're planning on having all? How many of us is it? 10?
in
Well,
this draft room, there's 12. In
no, but I
our
mean like
league,
ours.
and this Sunday, this
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah, this
Yeah, it's
Sunday,
Sunday.
it's 10. Yeah, 10 teams. Last season we had 12, but I feel like I was talking to a buddy of mine that runs an auction draft league with keepers and everything that basically we're doing, and it's a lot of work, dude. So
Yeah.
I know 10 isn't that much less than 12, but I was like, man, I want to try it out and see how much work it is, even with just like running 10 teams, because I got to get on Excel and make like spreadsheets with everyone's like keepers that they choose next season with their draft prices, and I have to do the
Yeah.
calculations with the inflation for the following season, and I need to like import like the entire roster so that way people can go to that spreadsheet. Everyone that has a team can go to that spreadsheet, and
Damn.
they can look at
Ugh,
their keeper costs, the
a lot of
price that
work.
they paid the previous season, the price that it's going to be next season. They can
Yeah.
look at other teams and see if there's any trades that they want to do before the season starts. It's like, dude, there's a lot that
Woo.
goes into it. So There's two people that I didn't have come back last season, and it was the two that were the least involved. And
Mhm.
the reason why I didn't ask them to come back, in addition to it, being a lot of work, is just because in an auction draft in this type of league, you really have to pay attention. And those are the two guys that really weren't paying attention like everyone else was.
Right,
So
right.
I want this league to be top tier competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, just
Damn.
real quick, we have less than a minute before the draft room opens, and we'll still have a
The
couple
the
minutes before
beer
this.
the beers are in the fridge, Felix.
What's
I
up,
gotta go to
Garrett?
my I gotta go to my daughter's school in a 45 minutes, so I can't go with her all buzzing.
Yeah, you'll have to finish the mock draft on your way over there, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's probably gonna take a while.
I have the wife drive, so we're all
All right,
good.
so for now we got 1 through 5. It's myself, Tony, Felix, Jasper, and Javi. So if there's anyone
Oh,
else out there that wants to get
Moved
in,
Felix
yeah,
moved back to
he
third.
moved in number 3.
He wants to be surrounded. All right, 5 seconds.
Is it? Is it snake? No, it's not a snake draft, Jasper, because it's an auction draft. So I was gonna do a snake draft earlier, but then I saw that they actually have auction drafts available, and since we're gonna be doing our draft on Sunday auction style, I figure we might as well get a little practice in before we actually do our draft. So this is actually going to be my second mock draft of the season. I haven't been able to do a lot. I've just been so busy. Draft
This is my
rooms.
first, dude.
I'm in the draft room now.
Okay.
There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so
Yep.
we got a little bit of time to talk a little bit before
All
the first pick goes through.
So question: once this thing starts, is it just like an all out? You can bid on whoever at any time.
Yes. So every team manager will nominate a player. So once that player is nominated, you can choose to bid on that player or not. And then at the end of the time, which is usually about 20 to 30 seconds, whoever has the most the highest bid on that particular player wins that player at the end.
See up here it says nominating first. Will okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
something
have
fucking
to
weird.
nominate a player. Now, one of the things that I kind of like to do in an auction draft, which I've kind of learned just from like researching on my own, is you want to nominate players that you don't want. So if you nominate players that you don't want and everyone else bids on these players, then the price for them is just going to go up, which makes their total draft dollars, like the total that they have, it's going to make them
Yeah.
not be able to what do you call it, bid on these players as high as like others would.
Yeah.
Felix, it's damn it, I forgot his name. Garrett, I need you to answer this one for me. Who's going to be the starting first baseman for the Phillies this year? Now that Rhys Hoskins is out for the season, forgot his name.
Ooh,
I know it's a rookie.
that's
I know it's a guy that is just coming up. I forgot his name. Garrett is the resident Phillies guy.
the Philly guy.
Yeah. So we're always talking baseball, man. We work on the same side of the store, so it's like that's basically all we
Anthony
talk
said some guy named Hill.
Hill. I don't remember.
Oh,
Jordan Walker.
Jordan
Walker's dope. What's up, Eli? Oh man, I wish you could get in this draft with us, dude. It actually starts in 5 seconds, unfortunately. All right, so we already know that. I mean, anyone that's been listening to the show knows that I think that Aaron Judge is just very overrated. So I'm actually going to nominate Aaron Judge to get him out of the way. Let's see how this goes. It's currently at $48 because he's projected to go for about $42. So it's at 48 currently. There's 10 seconds remaining. So it looks like Team 12, that is a bot, is is going to win
They-
Aaron Judge for $48. And $48 actually for Aaron Judge is actually pretty cheap. I probably actually would have went for him. But it actually no, because it's a $260 budget. So it looks like Tony's up right now. Tony has to nominate a player. Hurry up, Tony. Let's go. All right. So Acuna has been nominated. $47 currently. And it looks like the top 5, Will, Anthony, Felix, Jasper, and Javi, are not going to nominate or are not going to bid on Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, this is a points league. So Acuna is he's pretty valuable actually in points or in categories. I think he's a little more valuable in categories than in points because he does strike out somewhat often. He has a good batting average, but play discipline could be a little bit better. Juan Soto just got nominated by Felix. So Juan Soto in the points league is the guy that I am definitely targeting. So I'm going to put my bid in for $49. With 9 seconds remaining, let's see if anyone else wants to top me on that one. And remember, this will be a keeper league too. So next season, if I decided to keep Juan Soto, who I just got,
I almost forgot about that.
with the inflation, it actually goes up 10% rounding up to the nearest dollar. So at $49 this year, he would actually cost $54 next year because he goes up $5.
Damn.
Brad Keller. Oh, okay. That's
He's trying to take a page from your book here.
yeah, but that's kind of Derek Hall. That's what Carla says. Yeah, that's the guy that's supposed to be taking Rhys Hoskins' place. But I don't know. We'll see. I hear a lot of chatter about Derek Hall. I think it's Edmundo Sosa that's currently on the Phillies now, and Alec Bohm all getting starts. In positions that they've never really been talked about before because Rhys Hoskins was, the starting first baseman. Fernando Tatis Jr. currently at $33 by team number 8. And
when is he off the suspension?
He's only going to be suspended until April 20th, which is less than a month. So, oh man,
damn.
I tried to bid on Tatis, but something happened with my computer. It didn't let me. Trey Turner, $47. Now it's at 53. No, thank you.
Yeah, I hit the bid button, and right off the bat, they went up 53. I was like, no.
Yeah. Julio Rodriguez. This guy, dude, I have him in my other keeper league. I drafted him for $6 last year, so this year I have to pay $7 for him, which I am totally okay with. And currently, I already have an outfielder in Juan Soto, so I don't really want to go for another outfielder yet. I think I'm going to go for definitely a different position. I'm not going pitcher yet. I feel like pitchers, I'm very good at waiver wire picks when it comes to pitchers. So, Jose Ramirez. I like that one. No, $49 so far. I already spent $49, so I don't know if geez, 52 now. Oh, that's a little.
Jasper's on it.
It's a little too rich for my blood when I already spent $49 on Juan Soto. Let's see. Oh, so Javi has Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, you said it was a keeper league.
Sick ass fool.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker's been hurt lately, so I don't think he's going to start the season on the IL. It looks like he's going to be ready for opening day, but I don't know. Mookie Betts in the points league. Stolen bases don't matter, but those 32 home runs projected for this season, they definitely do matter. I'm just sticking to my guns, man. I already got myself an outfielder. I can't go.
Yeah.
I can't stray away from that. Once you start like just trying to go for your favorite players, that's when everything could kind of go down.
It gets expensive.
At the big picture and go for not just like your favorite players, but like the talent and the cost All right, so Vlad Guerrero Jr. currently at $46. Now, I really feel like everyone on the league is probably going to have that like one very expensive player that they're just going to
Mm-hmm.
like go for it,
Yeah.
And in this type of league, when you have a total draft um, budget of $260, once you pay $50 for a player, or even a little bit less, $45 for a player or whatever, it's like that's already like a quarter of your budget.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be smart about it.
You really got to be smart about it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Boba Fett going for $35. I like Boba Fett. I like Boba Fett a lot, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many shortstops out there that it's
Yeah.
not.
Probably one of those positions where you can kind of wait a little bit.
Oh no, where do I go?
I don't
Where
know,
do I
bro.
go? How do I go to the players? Oh, there we go. Players. Shit. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. Corbin Burns, $1
Oh, damn.
up
That's
to
an ace right
42.
there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hmm.
See, now I already know these guys are going to go for a lot of money. So it looks like Jasper's at $42 right now for Corbin Burns. And you know what? I'm going to offer 43 because I'm okay with having one pitcher and one hitter that I'm spending a lot of money on.
Yeah.
Oh, he went back up to
Damn.
44. You're pushing it, man. You're pushing it.
45, bro. 45.
I believe in Corbin Burns. I'm going 45,
Bro, it
man.
seems like every year
45.
you have Corbin Burns
I
in your
know, right?
lineup.
I love that guy.
Yep.
No homo.
Yep.
All right, I got him. I got him. He's mine. Leave him alone, Jasper. All right, so I'm currently with Juan Soto and Corbin Burns, and I spent a lot of my money already. That's already almost $100. So I'm gonna cool it for a little while. I'm gonna let everyone else kind of like, you know, have their hand in it in the bidding wars, like Tony says in the chat.
Machado.
So who was that? That was
Tony wants
Manny
money.
Machado has now been nominated and currently going for $34. And I really like Manny Machado, whether it's points, categories, or whatever. He's in a stud lineup, and he's probably the best hitter in the current lineup. We'll see how
Yeah.
Tatis comes back, because when
Yeah.
you come back from injury, wrist injuries, that could mess with your power. Who knows what Tatis is going to look like when he gets back? But Machado,
Right.
he has been so consistent his whole career, man.
He has.
And he I believe he stole a pretty good amount of bases last year. Also, he had 9 stolen bases last year. But with a
Mm,
298 batting average and 32 home runs last season, that is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
He's almost a lock for at least 30 home runs with 100 runs and 100 RBI.
Damn. Shohei.
Shohei pitcher, $21. I don't know, man. The thing with Shohei Ohtani is he's only going to pitch once a week. He's not the type of guy that you're ever going to get 2 starts from. He
Yeah.
pitches on Sundays only for the Angels, and they're not going to stray from that. Why would they, when you could possibly risk, injuring your star for the scene?
Right.
Carlos, I cannot share my screen because I am doing the draft on my other laptop. So I might be able to like close this out real quick and then redo it like on my laptop that I'm currently podcasting on, but I don't know if I do that, then I won't be able to see Javi's beautiful face.
Aw.
Bobby Witt Jr. currently going for $36 in a points league. I'm okay. Y'all can have him. Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Yeah, you can have him. Fuck that guy. I'll take him in a categories league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe 20 home runs with 40 to 50 stolen bases every year. Sign me up.
Sign me up, Buttercup.
All right, Shohei Ohtani, just the batter, because Yahoo only has him as well, you have to draft the pitcher and the batter separately. So Shohei Ohtani went for $43. That's a lot of money, man, for a guy
This
that's going to hit probably 40 home
that was
runs.
the bot picking him up, huh?
Yeah, it was. Freddie Freeman currently going for $36. And who did he go to? He went to Team 6. Dang, Team 6 is stacked with Freddie Freeman. All right, Garrett Cole currently nominated, going for $37. I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big Cole fan.
Oh, that's dope. So Tony says that he said to send him the link, and he's going to share his screen so that way we can see it. I don't remember Tony's email, but I'm sure I can go to my history and look. All right. Oh, it's something Sandoval, I think.
Tell him to put it on the.
Oop. Oh, there it is. I got you, Holmes. I got you. All right, who's going now? Pete Alonso. Ooh, I love Pete Alonso. Maybe not so much in the points league. I mean, I do, but there's others that I'd rather have. And when he went for $34, all right, Tony, I sent you the link, man. Whenever you get a chance. Oh, what the heck? All right, Rafael Devers currently going for $35. Now,
I just spent like a lot of money.
Mike Trout currently going for $28, and I don't know. We saw what he looked like in the World Baseball Classic. I really wasn't too. I wasn't too impressed, you know, especially with the World Baseball Classic using the juice ball. And Eli Herrera says it's Corbin your number one pitcher this year. I'm gonna say in a points league, I like Alcantara a little bit more than Corbin Burns, just because he's the type of pitcher that's going to eat up a lot of innings, so it's going to get a lot of points for you. But in a categories league, I think I like Corbin Burns the most, strikeout potential. And I'm going to nominate Jacob deGrom because I don't want any part of him, so y'all can have him too. So $30 currently to Team 12. Who's going to bid a little bit more? Who's going to bid?
Hell no.
Looks like nobody is. So Team 12 is going to lock up Jacob deGrom for $30 with 5 seconds remaining and no last minute bids. So team number 12 is the winner. I wish we could all be in the draft room right now. That'd be dope if we could have everyone that's actually going to be in the league and be in the draft room this Sunday.
Yeah.
And Aaron Nola, $26. I think he's worth $26, maybe even a little bit more than that. It looks like he's projected only 23, but anyone that's played fantasy baseball before, it doesn't matter if it's stats or auctions or whatever. Like predictions are never, or predictions, whatever. It's never really accurate. So
yeah.
So Aaron Nola went for $26 to
Clase
12. Emmanuel Clase. And a points league, I'm not really going after any closers. Even if it's Emmanuel Clase, who's probably the best closer there is out there currently. The Guardians are good, but they're not the type of team that's going to get 100 wins probably. So, without a team getting 100 wins, that means just less save chances. So, let's see. Oh, here he goes. Oh, he's showing his mock draft salary cap. Oh, what is that? There's a previous grade.
B
So I
plus.
wonder. Let's see. Lance Lynn just went for $12. Damn, I was slacking on Lance Lynn right there. I like Lance Lynn for $12. I think that's a pretty decent price for him. Waiting on me. You're in, Tony. All right, Ozzy Albies currently going for $22. $22. I mean, he is a second baseman. Ugh, I spent so much money already.
I know. Now I'm over here like thinking about my previous picks.
Yeah, man, this is really going to open your eyes,
I
huh?
mean, I mean, the good thing is that it's just a mock, so this will
Right.
kind of give me an idea of what
Yeah,
direction I want to go
you're
once we do
preparing.
the real thing. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, dude, there is so many good hitters and pitchers still out there that you don't have to spend $30 on. You know,
Right.
with a guy like Marcus Simeon that just went for $28. I mean, how much is Jazz Chisholm going to go for? Is he going to go for more than Marcus Simeon? About the
Probably.
same? And I think that Jazz Chisholm's upside is just so much higher um than Marcus Simeon's. You know, Marcus Simeon's a
Yeah.
little bit older. He plays for
Yeah.
Texas, who doesn't really have the best lineup. It's not the best for home runs, not the best ballpark for home runs either.
Yeah.
You know, as we talked about in the second base preview, Marcus Simeon is he takes advantage of being a big pull hitter. So
Right.
home runs come because he hits the ball hard to the left side. Other than that, man, he's just kind of, I don't know. I don't really see him as like that like standout player that maybe he used to be towards the end of his Oakland A's run.
Yeah.
Matt Scherzer currently going for $22. I ever since he got that dead arm when he was pitching for the Dodgers when they went to the playoffs. What was it, like 2 years ago? I
Yeah.
just I don't like Max Scherzer. I like him to help me get to the playoffs, but can I really expect him to help me in the playoffs, or is he just gonna get dead arm again? You know?
I just think he's up there in age, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you
37, I think.
yeah, bro.
Oh,
Like
now
he
Austin Riley. I really like Austin Riley. Whether it's points league or categories league, I'm gonna offer my $25 and see if anyone outbids me. And we have about 4 seconds left. And if y'all snake me, I will. Oh, no one snaked me. So I currently have Austin Riley as my starting third baseman, and I am definitely okay with that. So I only have $141 left. I think me and you have been the most active because you only have 154.
yeah.
And how many players do you have?
3.
You have Julio Rodriguez, Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher, and Bobby Witt Jr. That's right. I remember that. All right. Sandy Alcantara in a points league going for, ooh, damn. Oh,
$34.
Jasper, I see you. I see you. $34. Man,
Yeah, that's
I
juicy
spent,
right there, man.
I spent way too much money on Corbin Burns probably. So I'm just gonna sit back and just let everyone do their thing. Oh, now it's my turn to nominate a player. Let's see. The top 5 is Michael Harris the second, Dylan Cease, Shane McClanahan, Francisco Lindor, and Matt Olson. I am going to nominate Michael Harris because I don't really like this guy. So y'all can kind of have at it. Currently at $28. Last season hit 19 home runs, had 20 stolen bases with a 297 batting average. I wish I would have done like a better position preview with the outfielders because I
Outfielders.
feel like I really like dug deep into every other position except for outfield and a starting pitcher. And
There's just so many outfielders out there, dude.
yeah, they're
It's
really
tough.
good. And
It's tough.
I'm sure
You could probably
there's
make like arguments, top 12, you could probably make arguments towards the bottom of that list. Oh, shit.
yeah, he's just a little too young for me to trust him yet. All right.
I think it was a
Tony just
small sample
nominated.
size.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Tony just nominated Shane McClanahan, currently going for $27 by random team number
8.
8. I really like Shane McClanahan. Geez.
Yeah, I do too.
See, this is the thing with the auction draft, man. You spend so much money early on, and then it's like, oh, I like this guy. I like this guy. I like that guy too. You know,
And you start thinking about your previous picks, and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have spent that money.
all right. Jose Altuve was just nominated, currently going for $9, and we're not
Dude,
going
he's
to
up
see him.
for 2 months. 2
Yeah,
months, right?
well, that's what they say. 2 months, and he's really not going to be back into like game form until probably like 2.5 to 3 months. For
Right.
one, he's a little bit older. I want to say he's like 33, and older guys don't really bounce back as quickly as the younger guys do. And
Mhm.
he's not even going to be able to start baseball activities until he's fully healed. So he's not going to be able to do any fielding or swinging a bat for a while. So I don't know.
Right.
Is he really worth it? Maybe if you already like, if you have it in your head, like, yes, I am making it to the playoffs, and you know that he's going to help you in the end, then yeah, you could stash him on the IL. I'm sure, every league has IL slots. In our league, we have 3, I believe, in addition to 3 NA spots for our prospects. So now we move on to Jazz Chisholm, currently at $22. Felix has the highest bid for Jazz Chisholm. Do I have a second baseman yet? I think no, I do not. Well, you know what? I'm gonna bid on Jazz Chisholm too, and I just lost. I'm not going higher than 26.
I was waiting for the timer to go down, and as soon as I hit bid,
Everyone
Felix
else did
jumped on
too.
it.
All right, Jazz Chisholm went for $26 to Felix. Francisco Lindor. Oh man, I do not trust this guy, dude. Tony's been talking shit on Francisco Lindor for like the past like 3 seasons. He keeps on regressing. His hit tool just isn't as good as it used to be. It's a slow decline. And now I feel like, finally being 3-4 years later after he said that initially, now it's like, all right, it's in that like the time of the decline where I'm like, all right, he's not really worth it for me anymore. Especially
Right.
when there's so many other good shortstops out there. You don't really have to settle for the top 6, because I feel like the guy that's like a top 10 shortstop, like a Carlos Correa type, isn't that much less valuable than a guy like Francisco Lindor, and you're going to get him for about $10 cheaper in an auction draft.
Right.
Now, Corey Seager currently going for $25. I'd much rather have Corey Seager than Lindor, and he's going for even cheaper.
Definitely.
Mine. Sorry, Tony. Oh, you son of a $27. Do I want to do it? No, I don't want to do it, because like I just said, there's a lot of other shortstops out there that I could easily go for. And you have, dude, Tony has Frankie Lindor, and he just got Corey Seager. Why would you do that?
Because it's Tony.
He spent so much money on 2 shortstops. Matt Olson. Yeah, you guys can fight for Matt Olson. I'm okay on that guy. Lots of home runs, low batting average, no stolen bases. Plate discipline was really good in 2021, but last year he just kind of like went back to his old self. So I'm okay. Randy Arozarena currently going for $26 to Felix. I don't know, man. I don't really want Randy Arozarena, but I kind of just want to snake him from Felix. What do you think?
Shit. I don't know, man. 27? If nobody bids on it.
Nah. Felix can have him. I don't want him. All right, now we're actually getting into like the mid-tier of well, not like the mid-tier, but like the second tier of starting pitchers that are going around $20 to $25. So that's actually a lot a much better price to pay than what did I pay for Corbin Burns? I think I paid like 40 something, $45. And Shane Bieber is actually he's not the type of pitcher that Corbin Burns is, but he's pretty damn close, you know.
Yeah.
And to get him for half the price, that's the thing that you have to really think about in these auction drafts as well. Now, Nolan Arenado, I already have Austin Riley, so I'm not even going to waste my time bidding on Nolan Arenado. Last season, he batted 293, which is way higher than his expected batting average.
How long is he going to be out for?
Arenado?
Yeah.
Is he out?
Yeah, he got hit by a pitch on the thumb or something.
Oh shit! I didn't even see this.
Yeah,
they came back negative, so he's probably just
WBC.
gonna have like a week off to rest. Dude, did you see Justin Turner get hit in the face?
Yeah,
a
bro.
few weeks ago, dude, that was bad.
Yeah, it was.
His face was gushing.
That's crazy, dude. Like that's what you get when you move on from the Dodgers. No, I'm just kidding.
Nolan Arenado just went for $19. It kind of makes me regret that Austin Riley pick for $30-something. He could have easily got Arenado for more than $10 less.
Yeah.
Cedric Mullins. Now, I was actually talking to a guy on Instagram. He was asking me questions about Cedric Mullins, and my answer to his question, like he was asking me about a trade. It was like, should I give up Brandon Lau, some other players, I forgot who they were, for Cedric Mullins? And I'm like, no. Well, at first I asked him, I was like, is it a points league or a categories league? And he said it's a points league. And I'm like, no, Cedric Mullins' value goes so much lower in a points league because he's a stolen base specialist. You know, he'll steal what, 30 to 35 stolen bases, you know, but his home runs, he'll have 15 or so, which is good, you know, but it's definitely not worth the upside of a guy like Brandon Lau, who hit like 40 home runs in 2021. So,
yeah, come on,
Anthony
Tony,
Rizzo
get your
currently for $11 for Anthony Rizzo. I think that's actually a steal right there, man. Jeff McNeil in a points league, he's actually pretty good also. He doesn't have a lot of power, even though he's a big dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. He doesn't, it's like he doesn't want to hit the ball hard. All he wants to do is just make that really solid contact and just hit it hard. Hit it somewhere. Yeah, I mean, look at his batting average from last season. 326. Wasn't he the batting champ last season? But only 9 home runs. So you're not really going to get the most out of him. But he does get a lot of hits, and every hit is a point. So it's not too bad. All right, who is nominating now? I think it's up to Jasper. And all right, I have the third most money. Ooh, MJ Melendez. Give me some MJ Melendez. I'll take that, mofo. And he has outfield eligibility. I didn't realize that. That makes him even more valuable. $15. I'd actually rather have Salvador Perez. Maybe not in the points league. All right. MJ Melendez for $15. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Dylan Cease, currently going for $24. Last season had a 2.20 ERA and 184 innings. Can he replicate that? Let's see what Jasper says. Jasper is the resident White Sox fan. So, Jasper, if you're still listening, what's your thoughts on Dylan Cease? Is he going to regress? Is he going to do another 200 strikeout season with a sub-3 ERA? Kyle Schwarber, geez, $23. All this guy does is hit home runs and strikeouts.
Damn.
In the points league, I don't want Kyle Schwarber.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna take off and continue offline, bro.
All right, homie.
All right.
Thanks for getting in. I appreciate you being here.
So cheesy. Good luck to you guys.
We're currently at 45 minutes, so I don't even know if we're gonna stay on for the whole draft anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I'm only at 4 players right now, so it's gonna be a while before I finish my draft.
All right, y'all.
I guess if all of them are in the chat, then I'll stay on too. But yeah, have fun with your family, man. And there he goes. All right, guys. I guess I'm doing this kind of solo for now. Jasper, no, I'm staying away from Dylan Cease. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. I feel like he was at his ceiling last season, and I don't think that he'll get anywhere near like replicating what he did last season. Julio Urias, this is I believe the current ace of the Dodgers because Walker Buehler is on the IL and he won't be returning this season. So Julio Urias has had a 2.16 ERA last season, pitched 175 innings, induces a lot of soft contact. So you're going to look for him to not get so many strikeouts, but he's going to get a shitload of wins because he plays for one of the best teams in baseball. So Devin Williams currently on the board for $21. Like I said earlier, I'm not really looking to get any closers in a points league. They can be very valuable, but I feel like I would much rather be on the waiver wire and look for spot starts from different pitchers that have the RP and SP eligibility. So that way I can slot them into my RP spot. Zach Wheeler, he's just a liability for me. Really great pitcher when he's healthy, but the problem is he going to be healthy? He only had 153 innings pitched last season. Framber Valdez, I really like Framber Valdez, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy. I have $126 left. He'll be my number 2 starting pitcher, and I'm completely okay with that. I have Corbin Burns that I got for $45. So if I can get Framber Valdez for $19, that's a little higher than I would like to pay for him, but I'm okay with that. All right, let's see. So we have Carlos Rodon, Josh Hader, Starling Marte, Alek Manoah, and Kevin Gausman at the top. Since I just said that I don't really like going after closers, I'm actually going to nominate Ryan Presley. So let some other teams kind of spend a lot more money than I would like to on a closer. What's up, Tony? I see your comment. Can you hear me, Will? Let's see. I'll put that on the screen so that way everyone else can see. Yes. I mean, not really, but... Oh, shoot. There we go. All right. What do you want, Tony? What you want? I would have done it for $9. I don't know what that's in regards to because I'm kind of paying attention to 2 different screens right here. So Ryan Presley went for $19. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot considering I got Framber Valdez for the same price at $19. Dalton Varsho, super valuable in a categories league because you're going to get about 20 home runs and double-digit stolen bases. And his plate discipline is pretty decent. And he has catcher and outfield eligibility, so you could really slot him in either position. I think he's better in the catcher position than in outfield because outfield is such a deep position. It's hard to find a good quality catcher. It's actually not as hard as it used to be. 5 years ago, there was really only about 3 or 4 good catchers worth drafting. Now there's probably about 8 or 9 that I really wouldn't mind having on my team. Let's see. I don't know how to do that, Tony. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you are. What's up, dude?
Yeah, there we go. See, we'll just share it like this.
Oh, that's cool. Dang, I haven't heard that sexy voice in a long ass time, dude.
Hey, baby, how you been?
So how's everything on the West Coast, man? It's I saw you guys had some rain.
Yeah, man, it's up and down here. Yesterday it was raining really hard, and then the sun came out. Today, no rain, but a little windy, but the sun's nice.
Them Santa Ana winds rolling in.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, I remember when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or something, we had some crazy floods in Los Angeles. And there were days where like I couldn't even go to school because we couldn't even get into the car because the floods were like so bad. And 20 years goes by and we barely get any rain at all, like no drops. Like it probably rained maybe 3 times out of the year and only for about 15 minutes at a time. And then now all of a sudden we're getting like, or not we, but you guys are getting like flooded like all year round. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know,
Global,
man. We
global
had hail
warming?
not too long ago.
Really?
Uh, yeah, not too long ago.
Jeez.
Like marble size. It wasn't too bad though.
Damn, Doug. That's hopefully insurance will take care of all those cars that got damaged if they did.
Yeah.
Josh Hader going for $21. Another closer that I want no part of.
I know, man. Like what I do like about what you did this season is dropping it down to one relief pitcher.
Oh,
Like
you
I
saw
think that
that?
yeah, I really like that.
You know what
Um
it is, man? You
there's only a
can't.
handful of good ones anyways.
Yeah, you can't count on teams to really have that like definitive closer. And even though we changed it from saves to saves and holds, I feel like there's just so many Luis Castillo. I love Luis Castillo. I'll take some of that. Oh man.
You know Gossman just went for $20.
Yeah, I like Luis Castillo more than I like Gossman.
Really?
Yeah, I think
That's a hot
Toronto
take.
just they don't really do well with their pitchers. I mean, we saw that with Robbie Ray, you know?
Yeah.
Alek Manoah, I like Alek Manoah. I feel like last season he was basically at his ceiling. I don't think he can do any better than he did last year. 196 innings, 180 strikeouts, 224 ERA. That's incredible. And for $19, going for $20 to Jasper, I still
Who
feel like that's like a pretty good value.
see?
Um,
That's what I'm
I just
saying though.
I don't
Um
have enough money in my draft budget to go for guys like that right now. I
I
have
didn't even notice.
$107.
I'm at $82. I'm broke.
Dang, cool. You spent a lot of money, dog.
Yeah, I spent it all on pitching.
Let's see. Let me see your team. You got Manny Machado for $34. Good. Lindor for 28. That's a little higher than I would want to spend on him. 27 for Corey Seager. I like that. Verlander for 23. Great value. 24 for Shane Bieber. That's a pretty good value. Zach Wheeler for $22. Oh, that guy's always hurt, man. I don't like that
Yeah,
guy.
I don't know.
And $20 for Kevin Gosman. So yeah, you did spend a lot of money. You spent almost $100 on just your pitching. But that's okay because it's a points league, and you know, points league, those pitchers are really the ones
Pitching
that can
is
rack up
king.
the points. Yeah, as long as your pitchers don't have any like clunkers, you know, like I think you're actually pretty solid with the picks that you have. These guys don't really have clunkers, you know. All of your guys are about a 3 ERA, a little higher, a little lower. All right, my turn to nominate a player. Rodon. No one's gonna bid on Rodon this season.
But right here they will, because of the bots. It'll shoot up like
Oh yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So if you want to get rid of them, get some money off the board, you can always do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Try to
nominate
sneak one
O'Neal.
in, right? I've been looking at him too, trying
Yeah.
to sneak one in. But yeah. What was I
Oh,
gonna talk
Javi's
to you
going
about?
after O'Neal Cruz.
Oh, he's still doing it.
Yeah, he's still doing his mock draft. He's just not able to get on. He had said that he has an event
Yeah,
at his daughter's school tonight.
I think I remember hearing. I was a part of the I guess it's the live stream from when you guys started. So I did
Oh,
hear him
okay.
mention that. It's my turn to nominate. I really don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna do what Will does and just nominate a relief pitcher and get some money off the board.
There you go.
Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna play out though in our league though. Because I know people aren't gonna budge. Like if someone nominates them for like $1, people are gonna be kind of hesitant to be like, do I want to put in 5? Do I want to put in 6? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, will
I
this
feel
type of
like
pitcher go for half of that? And then that could also play into the strategy because if you think about it, we're in a league that only has one relief pitcher. We're
yeah.
probably gonna be waiting on. See, look, Diaz. Diaz is going for $1. In a keepers league like this, that's a steal. You know what I mean? I'll go like $2. You know what
Well,
I mean? And like
You know he's out
Next
for the
year,
season, right?
yeah, but in a keeper league,
Yeah,
$2
that's
if you
true.
think about it, just hold them off on the side. Next year, I only had to
Oh,
pay
Jasper went up
$4.
to 3.
All right, you could keep them, Jasper. Because remember, it's only a one RP in our league. In other leagues, it's gonna be a two sometimes. Dude,
Usually it's
did
2, and then you also have like just the P spots where a lot of people get multiple closers in that position as well. But it's just like we were talking about, man. It's like how many closers can you actually like name? I'm sure you can count them on one hand because most teams don't really use a closer anymore. It's either
yeah,
by
they're
committee,
platooning.
so they have like 2 or 3 guys that they usually use in the
Committee, that's what
ninth,
it's called.
or sometimes like you'll even have teams that they won't have a closer because you can't call them a closer because they pitch the 7th or the 8th depending on
What
the
the fireman role? I think that's what it's called, right?
I don't know.
I think they're brought in high leverage situations. I think they call them
Yeah,
to
that's
put
the
out the
thing. It's like if
fireman
you
role.
have 2, 3, and 4 coming up, in like the 8th inning, I'd rather have my best pitcher face those guys, so that way, the second best pitcher in my bullpen can go against the 5, 6, and 7 guys who aren't usually as good hitters as the 2, 3, 4. Alex Bregman, I love Alex Bregman in a points league, dude. I think I'm gonna go for Alex Bregman.
Excuse me.
$19. I already spent $25 on Austin Riley, but with that the utility spot, everyone needs that extra player on their roster for that. So I'm happy with spending $19 on Alex Bregman, especially in a points league, dude. I know he doesn't really hit the ball like he used to, but his plate discipline is just amazing. This guy, his on base percentage is over 400 every single year, or about 400 every single year, with some decent pop, great lineup. He's probably going to get 100 runs and 100 RBI. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
I'm
Alex
really
Bregman.
looking forward to what Abreu can do in front of Bregman.
Oh, that's the
You know
thing,
what I
man.
mean?
That's kind of up in the air because we saw him last season not even get to 20 home runs. And that's the first time
Did
he's
he?
ever done that in his career,
Wow.
playing a whole season. So
Maybe I need to reevaluate Abreu then. uh,
it's a little scary, but the Astros stadium, what's it called? Minute Maid Park.
yeah.
They have the Crawford boxes, and it's basically, a lot of people talk shit on Yankee Stadium being like a little league ballpark, but dude, left field in where the
Yeah, that's
Astros
short.
play, it's super short as well. And
The
when you
wall's
got
pretty high though.
the wall's
At
high,
least the wall's high. Where
but
at,
look at like
at Yankee
the
Stadium,
like
it's
the
like,
Green Monster, in Boston. Like it's the same
oh,
thing.
that.
The wall's really high, but it's easier to hit home runs out of left field than it is in right field.
Mhm.
Another closer. Let's see. The bots can have that. Oh, damn, Javi.
And
Javi bid $17 on this guy.
yeah, sometimes you know what it does too when you're because it will auto draft on you. If you leave like right before, sometimes it'll auto draft and pay the highest amount on
Oh,
the next player.
I see. I
So I
see
think
what
that's what
happened.
Javi did. He probably
Yeah,
logged off real quick. Um,
yeah, you're right.
Sometimes it'll just nominate the very next player for the highest amount. Um, and that's
I
why
guess
my
that's what
mock
it does on auto draft.
grade is a B sometimes, okay? Because I can't be there all the time. Jeez,
Hey, I,
guys.
I know. I'm just busting your balls, Doug.
um, what was I gonna tell you? Did you see what draft position we got for the World Podcast League?
No, you said 8, I think, right?
No, we're going fifth overall.
Oh shit.
And I think we're gonna go with one of your favorites, bro.
Who's that?
Burns, probably.
Okay,
If he's
you're
still
going
on
to
the board,
pitcher number 1.
huh? Probably,
You're going
bro.
pitcher number 1. Is
Probably.
it is it points league still?
It's still gonna be points league. It's 16 teams.
Okay, did they
Snake
change the
draft.
settings? Did they make it a little more
No,
balanced?
I think it's not pitcher heavy. I think it's hitter heavy, and I'd rather go hitter heavy as well. But when you get to the middle rounds, bro, pitching is like here in a salary draft. Um, it doesn't really matter if you miss out on a pitcher. because you can always bid up on the next pitcher and the next pitcher. In a snake draft, and those, like, once they're gone, they're gone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Here you can, like, oh, I'll put in $5. I'll put add another dollar to it. I'll add this. In the snake draft, once they're gone, they're gone. So looking at the draft, and being a 16 team, I'm looking at pitching to kind of hold me down, because there's a lot of hitters. Um, and I think I'll give credit to Gabriel, because at first I was leaning hitters. I was like, we're gonna go hitter, 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 blah blah blah. And then Gabriel was all like, dude, you're gonna run out of pitching fast. You know,
No, that's not true at all.
you don't think
You
so?
No, because there's later on in the draft, dude, there's so many pitchers. Honestly, if I was helping with the draft, I'd say at least wait till round 3 to go for a pitcher,
That's what
because
I was thinking.
how big of a difference is it between like the top 5 pitchers? Like, let's
Talking
say
like
like
100 points, bro. Like let's just say Cole gets 500 points, a judge will give you 600 points. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly,
that's why
exactly.
I want to go hitter heady.
I would definitely
And
go
I'm
hitter with my first 2 picks.
yeah.
If you
I
have
would
if you have the 5th pick, in a points league,
Ramirez, bro. Ramirez.
yeah, he's not going to
Judge.
be there. I really don't think Jose Ramirez is going to be there,
He's gonna
but
go like fourth.
I think that I would actually go a little bit early and get Machado.
Uh-huh.
Well, think
I
about
would
it
rather
this way.
hold off.
No,
But
think
you
about
you
it
know
this
what?
way.
Let's stop talking about this because I don't want to give up too much of my strategy.
All right, I'll give my thought, and then you can kind of just like say your piece if you want to. I think that third base and second base they're really bad this year. If you don't get a top third baseman, you might as well just not draft a third baseman at all and just get a scrub later on in the draft that's really not going to do anything for you. If you're not going to get Jose Ramirez, Rafael Devers, Manny Machado, Alex Bregman in a points league, or Arenado, there's one more that I'm missing. Oh,
Riley?
Austin Riley. So if you don't get one of those guys, I feel like there's almost no like reason to even go after a third baseman. That's when I kind of have the strategy where it's like, I'm going to go after a super young third baseman.
Yeah.
And I'm going to back it up with a guy like an Evan Longoria or a Justin Turner. I'm going to draft 2 third basemen.
like
So that way, if my young guy doesn't really stand out like I would hope he is, then at least I have some consistency with a guy like an Evan Longoria or Justin Turner, you know?
Yeah. I don't know about Longoria. I've kind of already faded away from him. I would say you said Turner, right?
Justin Turner?
Yeah. You know who else I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on is Diaz. Diaz from Tampa. What's his name? Yandy Diaz.
Oh, Yandy Diaz. Yeah.
Bro. If you miss out on those top elite guys, that's who I'm targeting afterwards. Yandy Diaz as my third baseman. He kind of goes in the middle rounds as well. So definitely, like Will said, if you miss out on one of those guys, you might want to wait into the later rounds, like way late, like Rendon.
Oh, Rendon, dude. That's my
Turner.
sleeper. That's my deep sleeper, man.
Exactly. So if you miss out on the elite third basemen, which will probably be gone by the third round, definitely start target or even Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
That guy's going in the middle rounds, and he's supposed to be the Orioles' top prospect. And to be honest,
that's the thing also,
they have a decent farm system.
And they have a decent lineup also.
Mhm.
I think the issue is with them moving the left field wall in what's their stadium called? Camden Yards. It's harder for right-handed bats to hit home runs now because it's basically like you have to hit the ball about 400 feet to be able to get a home run now. And most home runs are about 365, 370. So if you're not hitting the ball over 90 miles an hour, like on average exit velocity, you got to hit the ball 100 miles an hour just to be able to hit it out, basically, in Camden Yards now. So Brian Reynolds going for $17. That's a little too rich for my blood. I only have $68 left, so I think we'll
I'm
do it.
pretty broke myself. I'm at 46, but I have 9 players to your 7.
Yeah, see, I only have 7.
Yeah.
So I need to really think about this.
Yeah.
Wander Franco, do I need a shortstop? I do need a shortstop. Wander Franco. You know
Hey,
what?
we can always trade
I'm gonna.
mid-season.
Oh
I have 2 of
man,
them.
I took too long. Damn it.
There should be another decent shortstop, no? Gunnar Henderson, Carlos Correa. There goes your fallback.
Yeah, Carlos Correa. I really feel like after Carlos Correa is gone, you're not gonna find another good shortstop. There could be some diamonds in the rough. Maybe you could get lucky, but no one that you could really really depend on.
Yeah. Well, Gunnar Henderson in the Yahoo League does have double eligibility at shortstop and third base.
Yeah,
So that's another option if you
and next year I believe he's only going to be third base eligible because they don't plan on having him at shortstop at all this season.
who's playing short for, is it Mateo? Or
Possibly.
I don't know who's playing short for them. Anyways. Dude, you know what I don't like about the World Podcast League? Remember how just a few minutes ago we were talking about I had to nominate. I'm just gonna go for a relief pitcher to get it out of the way, and we can keep this conversation going.
Nice.
So um
What you don't like about
relief
the World
pitcher.
Podcast?
Yes. What I don't like about the World Podcast League is these guys for some reason had the brilliant idea to go 4 relievers.
What? In a 16-team league?
In a 16-team league. I feel like reaching out to them, but I also kind of don't want to tell them like, hey, how to run their league, If they
I
want to try it
mentioned it to them before the season even started last season, and I told them like, that's way too many relief pitchers. It doesn't make any sense. And I was pointing
Yeah.
out to them like certain things in the point system and the settings that just it didn't look right. And they were like, well, we're gonna play with it, we're gonna run with it this year, and next year if we need to make some tweaks, we will. But if they're not making any tweaks, it's like,
Dude, they made it worse. I'm
this,
just kidding.
this is the whole reason why I didn't want to do that league again. It's like, why am I going to be in a bush league? I feel like as myself, I'm a very competitive person when it comes to fantasy baseball.
Well, it
And
is competitive though. I'll say that. There's like out of it's a 16 team, and first off, it makes it competitive. I wouldn't say just be like, oh, it's a bush league, whatever. Because it is competitive because there is 16 teams. Also, a lot of those are pretty good. I would say probably like half of them, like 8
yeah,
of them. And dude, when there's only 8 good teams and like nothing on the waivers, it does make it competitive because
yeah,
you got to do pay attention, and it really comes down to your draft as well, how good you draft.
yeah, you really have to draft well in
Yeah.
a big league like that. But I don't know, man. Another thing with the podcast league, it's like I don't want to like talk shit about anyone, but it's like when you have a commissioner that doesn't step in and stop a trade that is complete bullshit that should not go through, it's like that's what makes me not really want to be in that league anymore either. I don't remember what the trade was. I remember it was for
Oh, I
Juan
remember.
Soto, and it was like, who did he trade to get Juan Soto? It was no one like big. It was like Matt Carpenter, because it was like, I don't think it was Matt Carpenter, but it was someone
No.
similar to like Matt Carpenter because Matt Carpenter was like on a crazy hot streak and he plays for the Yankees, and there was so much hype about him and everything like that. But it's I don't know. That put a really bad taste in my mouth about the whole thing. We won it the first season. We won the whole thing, and it was a categories league, and that was my specialty, which is why I really like invested myself. And then the second season, when it was more like the points league, like I was okay kind of stepping back a little bit and kind of like letting you take the reins of that. also to give you an opportunity to get your own trophy because I got mine. But it's just, I looked at the settings and I'm like, nah, this isn't it, man. This isn't it. I don't want to play in a league like this. But I'm glad that you're still using the Real Talk Baseball name and doing another league.
Yeah,
And
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
yeah, you just got to be more active on the Instagram chat so that way you can kind of say your piece.
Yeah. I probably will say something about the 3 RPs. I would much rather it be 2 RPs and then maybe add in uh a third outfielder, a fourth outfielder or something like that. If they
Mhm.
want like more players, because or just make it pitching or it just makes no sense to me to have 4 relief pitchers in a 16 team league. I
At
mean,
most, it should be 2 at
we're
at
we're
at
we're,
the most.
we're all gonna be hunting for guys that get holds. Oh, and because you're gonna be running out of guys that have relievers, and it's that have saves that get saves. So you're
Yeah.
gonna be hunting for the the committee guys. All the committee guys, and it just doesn't make sense in a 16 team league. Um, what I was doing is that's 75 relievers for everybody. 16 teams, four relief positions. That's 75 relievers. You go to ESPN, and I think it only goes to like 50 relievers. You know what I mean? So you're really like digging deep in this. Like you said, they are very responsive when you go into the Instagram chat. So maybe I'll bring up my grievances there.
Oh, my time to nominate a player. So Wilson Contreras just signed with the St. Louis Cardinals. He's supposed to be their replacement. He went for $11, which I think is actually pretty decent value. Let's see. Carlos Rodon, Joe Musgrove, and Tyler Glasnow are the top pitchers, but I'm going to go after another reliever, and I'm going to nominate Kenley Jansen for $1. Now that I think it's like Boston and the Guardians, almost said the Indians, Guardians and the Brewers. There's only like a handful of teams where you can actually say like that guy's going to get 40 saves. Other than that, there's too many relievers that are going to get like 10 or less. Jeremy Pena.
Yeah, just to get him off the board.
Yeah, I like Jeremy Pena long term. I feel like he was a good replacement for the Astros when it comes to the shortstop position. 22 home runs last season with a 253 batting average. I think his counting stats should increase because he's probably going to hit higher in the lineup this year. So I'd say he's probably going to get close to like maybe 90 and 80.
I think that's wishful thinking. That
You
was a
think
lot.
so?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes rookies regress a little bit, and we only saw a short time of him, and it was at a time where it was playoffs. So maybe it's just those type of things where someone shows up in the lights. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't have much faith in Pena. I'd never heard of him coming up in the draft in uh the what's it called? Like when they're rookies. What is it called?
Prospect
The
prospect list.
prospect or the
Yeah.
prospect pipeline. I never heard of that guy. So for him to just be like all of a sudden like this is the guy we're gonna go with. Also like Grisham or Grissom from
Oh yeah.
the second baseman or the shortstop taking over for the Braves.
Well, he
I
already
mean,
got sent down.
the thing I
It's-
do agree with people though, he got sent down.
Yeah, he got sent down. So I have no
See, look,
idea
there you
who's
go.
going to be the shortstop for the Braves this season. It's like if you're not planning on having Grissom start the season as your starting shortstop, like who else do they have? I don't know
No
anyone else
idea.
that they have.
I don't know, but I am not paying attention to this mock draft. And I don't have a first baseman, a second baseman.
You only have $31 left, fool.
All right then, so I'll hold off then.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it's going to cut you off. Like, let's say there's 13 rounds left. So once you get down to like a certain dollar amount where you can only spend about $1 in each round, it won't let you bid more than $1 on each player.
Yeah, yeah. My max bid right now is at $19. So I think I'll cool my jets.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
uh,
these salary mock drafts, they are
they're
so
tough,
long.
dude. They're
They're
tough.
long.
They're long, and yeah,
It's like,
you have to wait for everyone to fill up their team, and each pick takes about a minute.
yeah, because you got to wait on everybody that still has money to outbid them. So you got
Right,
to wait an extra
exactly. And you
15,
have to
20
wait for the
seconds.
person to actually like nominate the player because um they could take a little time in nominating the player. They have like 30 seconds to do their nomination and then another 15 seconds or 20 seconds to make more bids. Joe Musgrove projected 144 innings. I think that's even a little too high for him. I think that he's going to be on a pitch limit, when he
I don't
does
think so.
actually come back.
It was a toe injury, not
Yeah,
an arm injury.
yeah, but that's big for pitchers because they need to be able to plant their feet, you know? His mechanics are going to be off.
I would be much more worried about an arm injury or a shoulder injury
Yeah,
than
definitely.
a foot injury.
But
Maybe a knee injury will scare me a little more than like a toe. And it was a fracture. It wasn't broken, you know. I don't know. It doesn't scare me off of Musgrove. I'll say that.
I don't
He
know, for
sh-
$17, I think that's a little too expensive to pay for
Someone
that.
that's gonna
But
miss probably
the
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
yeah, I never really liked Musgrove anyway.
Come on, that's just your Dodger bias.
Possibly. Yeah, I'm okay with not having a guy like Musgrove on my team. I don't trust him, I don't trust the type of player that he is. Let me see. Where is he at? Last season, he had a 2.93 ERA. I think that's his ceiling. I don't think he's ever going to do any better than that.
I don't know. We'll see.
184 strikeouts in 181 innings. Yeah, I don't know. The 10 wins, I think that's highly possible again. They're only projecting him for 8 wins this season. Oh, because he's going to miss a little bit of time. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The 3.06 ERA, not having like a really good spring training. I don't see that happening.
All
Let's
right.
see.
The Carlos Correa just went for what,
$12.
$12.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
That is cheap, man.
All right, I just nominated David Bednar. So get another reliever off the board.
Yeah, I almost want to just like bid like crazy so we can get off. These things take forever, man.
Yeah, we've been on for an hour and 18 minutes so far.
I feel you.
It is a long time. But
Yeah.
Felix
And I
is
don't want to
still
give off
on
my
the chat.
strategy. I'm like, that's why I bid off. I try to outbid you on the Corey Seager. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get him to spend $30 on Seager because I've seen it done in some
Oh yeah.
mock drafts.
Well,
I've seen it.
you gotta. It's a combination of like luck, right, and strategy, because someone could be like, oh, I really want Corey Seager, but I only have $80 left, so I don't want to spend that much money on him.
Yeah.
Santander,
Yeah, I really like what he's been doing at the WBC.
yeah,
He's been hot.
yeah.
I
He was one of the main reasons why Venezuela made it so far.
Yeah, I would go more than $10, just so people out there know. I would. He's he's really good. I like him. I like him. I liked him since his like rookie year when he came out. He just hits bombs, dude. He hits. He rakes. But he was hurt last season too, right? Isn't he come almost having like a being known for being injury prone? So kind of scares me off. A lot of outfielders do though, like Chris Bryant's coming up pretty soon, who's had back injuries and stuff like that. You know, um, Marte always is injured.
Dang. I just got Kodai Senga for $2.
Damn, that's cheap.
Super cheap, man.
Heck yeah, that won't happen in real life though.
Nah, this Sunday it'll be a little different.
Yeah, every now and then I remember like a few mocks ago I was able to get Correa for $1 because
Damn.
everybody had grabbed shortstops already.
Yeah.
So I was just like, let me see if it'll go through, and sure enough, you see, like that's the thing too. Like when we're doing it, the actual live draft, people are gonna have things to do. You know, we've been on for an hour and we're not even like 10 players in. You know, a lot of teams don't only have 10.
Yeah, I only have
Will,
9.
you know what I mean? So what's this gonna take? Another hour and a half?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, see, the people are
That's
gonna
even
have things to do.
that's what Kevin was saying, like in our group text, that auction drafts take a long time, which is why I scheduled our draft for 3 p.m. Eastern time and noon for you guys, because I already knew like it's gonna take 4 hours or so to be able to do the entire draft for all of us. And there's a lot of positions that we're filling, because even on here on the just the basic Yahoo one, oh, I like Hunter Green, I'll go $10. On this one, it doesn't have middle infield, it doesn't have corner infield, but on our league we do.
Yeah.
So that's just 2 more draft positions that each team is going to have to do. Now, I think the only advantage that we're going to have
Oh, look,
compared
there
to the
goes
one that we're
Rendon.
doing now, how long is
Remember,
he out?
I think he's gonna be out 1 month, but then probably 2 to 3 weeks for rehab. So you're looking at possibly a month and a half to 2 months. That's what I'm thinking. Mid to late May is what I was looking at.
Stanton.
Stanton's a sleeper too, man. He's going
Uh,
like 250 in some leagues.
yeah, because he only batted 211 last season.
Yeah, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's been a consistent hitter. I mean, if he goes like 211 2 years in a row, kind of like what Muncy has been doing, might shy away from it. But at this price for 30 home runs on a Yankees lineup, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like ever since Stanton went to the Yankees, his stock just plummeted. It went up in the offseason because he went from playing to the weak ass Marlins to the strong ass Yankees. But he can't even come close to replicating what he did in the
31 home
Marlins
runs.
organization. 31 home runs with 200 plus strikeouts and a 211 batting average. It's like you could have how many home runs did you say? 30?
31. Yeah.
So 31 times what, like 7 points or whatever it is. So that's 210 points. All his strikeouts wipe away all those home runs. And then what are you left with?
Nothing. With a sorry ass average.
Exactly. In a categories league, it's different because he's going to make your batting average suffer, but at least he's going to get those counting stats for you. A shitload of home runs, runs, and RBI, you know? Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau is actually my sleeper. I don't know if you
I like
got
Lau.
a chance to watch the second base preview that I did a few weeks ago. He only had 8 home runs last season, but he was injured for majority of the season. Only had 235 at bats. But you remember when he hit 41 home runs in 2021?
He was crazy good for a long
Yeah,
time.
dude.
Yeah, but it was only one season though, you know?
Yeah, but still, he has that potential. He has
He does have a lot of power. I'll say that
yeah.
for a second
He
baseman.
just he needs to stay healthy to
Mhm.
be able to see what he can actually do. Castellanos really had a down season last year also, only 13 home runs, but I think that now being comfortable, playing in Philly, I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for him to kind of get more into the swing of things and be the player that we know that he can be. All right. I definitely need to stop getting utility bats because I have my utility full already.
You know
I,
what?
I still need a shortstop.
I want to talk about Felix's team. This guy's taking this mock draft really serious. He's paying attention hardcore.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, he is.
Look, he's got Rutschman at
Yeah,
catcher,
I
Olson
think
at first.
he kind of messed up with that bidding on Eugenio Suarez for $1. I think that he thought that someone was gonna like at least outbid like
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
dollar more, but nope. Sorry, man. You got stuck with that Eugenio Suarez.
yeah. That's what. Sometimes that's the one of the key things to keep in mind in a salary draft. When it gets down to the later
Look at it, he
drafts,
did it again. He did it again with Joey Gallo. He's gonna get Joey Gallo and and Eugenio Suarez for $1 each.
oh my God, Felix, I was just talking so well about your team, and then you just ruin it at the end with these. It just brings to the point I was trying to get at is when you get to the later rounds like this, you may want to stop throwing bait out there. You
Yeah,
may want to stop placing a bid on people you don't want, and
that's the
just start
thing is
aiming for guys that you do want. Because
when
if you
when you do want to throw bait out there, you want it to be those guys that are going to go for top dollar that you don't
Mhm.
think that they're worth the amount of money that they're going to go for, which is why I nominated Aaron Judge #1 overall because I don't think that he's worth the $50 or whatever it was that he went for,
Yeah,
$54, something like that,
yeah,
like let's say he he's definitely not going to replicate last season. There's no way he's hitting 60 home runs. Now, 50 is definitely in the realm of possibility. I could definitely see that happening. But his batting average, do you really think his batting average is really going to be like anywhere near what it was last season? I think he ended with like a 318 batting average. And then is he going to stay
maybe.
healthy? That's another thing also. We've only seen 2 healthy seasons from Aaron Judge, which was his rookie season and then this past season. So that's 5 seasons in between where we didn't see a healthy Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
So what's 2023 going to be looking like because he's going to be 32 years old. A lot of people don't realize how old he is also because he hit free agency kind of late. All right, Charlie Morton on the board, currently going for $6. I have the current top bid. See if anyone else wants to go. He did have a down season. He had a 4.34 ERA last season, but those 205 strikeouts and the 172 innings, I'll take that all day.
Yeah,
Especially being on
definitely.
a great team, with the Braves, they're still going to win close to 100 games, even without Dansby Swanson.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right without Swanson.
Hey, last season, Dansby Swanson was one of their best hitters.
Yeah, yeah. But I think that's what every team needs, you know? And I think that's what the Dodgers were lacking. You know, you gotta have your stars, and then you also gotta have your um
Spark plugs.
yeah, yeah. And Dansby Swanson was that guy for
Yeah,
the
and I feel
Braves.
like the Dodgers, when they had guys like Kike Hernandez, like he
Hmm.
was that type of guy.
Right.
He was the type of guy to get like people going. And yeah, the Dodgers don't really have that now, but
Puig, the ultimate spark plug, the wild horse.
we
Yeah.
that'd be
But
dope if Puig was in the World Baseball Classic.
that would have been crazy, huh, for
That would have
Cuba?
been dope.
No, but but he wouldn't be playing for Cuba because didn't he like escape from Cuba or
He got
something
like
like that?
extradited or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's what do they call him? Excommunicado from
Yeah.
John Wick.
Oh yeah.
Excommunicado.
Is the new one out yet? I want to see the new one.
I don't know, but I like that word or the concept of it. You know, like you're banished. Excommunicado.
Oh, man. Hobby
Yeah,
Auto. Oh man, my max budget is $5 right now.
yeah. You need to cool it.
I'm at $15 and I still have 10 more picks to make.
Hey,
Jeez.
look, Jeffrey Springs just went up. Felix, I want to let you know that you will not be grabbing Jeffrey Springs for $5 during this draft. You can have him in the mock because I'm like super broke, but it won't happen in real life.
Yeah.
Jeffrey
This
Springs, it looks good to me, man.
yeah, me too. this mock draft that we're doing right now, the auction mock draft, it's definitely opened my eyes a little bit. I need to be smarter when I actually do my team because currently I only have $9 left. And my team looks pretty solid, but I don't have a shortstop. I'm missing 2 outfielders, and I still have 1 pitcher and 5 bench spots to fill.
Look at Jasper. He's got
Jasper
a
still has $92 and he has 10 players.
yeah.
Jose Ramirez, he spent $52 on, but everyone else very
Well,
cheap.
he probably went. Um, this is a decent lineup, dude. Alcantara, Manoa, Cortez, Lynn. That's not bad. That's not bad. To have $90, $80 left. You know,
Yeah, you drafted Edwin Diaz. I guess if you're gonna,
$3.
think about like the future, in for a keeper league, then that'd be awesome. That's actually one thing that's a pretty good strategy in a new keeper league that we're going to be doing is you can draft guys towards the end of the draft that no one wants that you could get for pretty cheap, and next year you'd be able to keep them for very cheap. Guys that are out for the season, like an Edwin Diaz or a Reese Hoskins or, someone like that. And
I just nominated Jake Cronenworth.
yeah, I'm over my budget, so I can't even bid on him anyway. I only have $9 left. So I think I'm at $1 players only.
Mm-hmm.
I totally messed up,
broke.
dude.
You
I
broke.
totally messed up.
Right now, it's Will at $1 per player. I am at $15. Will be my max bid. Felix still has 34. Jasper has 37. And I don't
Jasper
see
has 87.
No, 76. Jasper just spent money on somebody. I don't know who it was. He has 87 total money.
Yeah.
Not max.
Oh, I
The
see.
max bid is 76. 34, 15. So we're pretty much waiting everybody out now. So from what I've been noticing in the mock drafts, a lot of teams try to hold out to be that last guy with the most money. So when somebody comes up, let's just say Dustin May comes up. He's gonna come up right now. He's projected at $8, but more than likely he's gonna go more than that. At least I would want to spend at least $10 on him myself.
Yeah.
So Dustin May in a keepers league, like you said, $10 today for $11 next year, $12 next year for a player like Dustin May makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. You also have to kind of think of a strategy as like there's going to be some guys on your team that you're not going to be able to keep, right? So you might want to spend
Look
a
at
lot of
Kelnick right
money
now.
on certain players this year that you have no intention of keeping next year.
Jasper Kelnick for $1. Jasper is so on it. That's the guy we're gonna have to look out for. Watch.
For real.
See, look, and this is what happens towards the end of the
Jeez.
draft when it's only $4 for Giolito.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of these times you do want to be the guy to at least be holding $20, $30 so you can get in on bids like this, where Giolito is going for half the price. He's projected at $8, but if there were less people on, you know what I mean, and less people paid attention, you probably could have gotten for $4. Now he's going at pretty much where he should be going, which was the $8. $7 is what he ultimately ended up going for.
Tyler Glasnow. I don't know why anyone's going to bid on Tyler Glasnow. I think he's basically done. Like, I don't think that I would ever have any interest in Tyler Glasnow now. Like, seeing what he's been going through in the last, 5 seasons, it's like you can't expect anything from him. Whether, how many total innings do you think he's pitched in the last, 3 seasons?
I'm not sure, but I think that's what faded people from him. I think people would have had a different tone had he been playing right now. actually going through spring training games. But
Yeah.
because he's hurt during the beginning of the season, more than likely he's going to be on the IL.
Dude
Um,
stays hurt, man.
you're just like, why do I even want to invest on somebody like this?
Yeah. I think
Christian Walker for $3.
that's amazing.
I'm telling you, man, these drafts, they're gonna.
And you can look at Christian Walker, and there was another podcast that I was listening to that was talking about Christian Walker's stats from last season are very similar to Matt Olson's stats from last season. And Matt Olson went for what, like 20 something dollars, $25?
Yeah,
And Christian
know.
Walker went for $2.
I'm starting to see the light for Christian Walker. For some reason, to be honest, I'm not really big on anybody from the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen,
So there's one guy that I'm actually pretty big on. Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
And that's because he is a big ass dude with some major power.
Yeah, I just don't see it sometimes. Maybe it's because I don't pay attention to a lot of their games. I don't follow them as much. But I hear a lot of these analysts, and like
about Corbin Carroll.
Well,
see, the thing with Corbin Carroll though is he also steals bases. Even though Corbin Carroll's like 6'4", 6'5", like 230 pounds, he's still going to steal about 15 bases this season, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about it in like a categories aspect or a roto aspect, his value is a lot higher than it would be in a points league, because he, in addition to the 20 home runs that he'll probably hit this season, he's probably also going to strike out about 150 times.
Yeah, that's
Joe Ryan. I remember Joe Ryan a few seasons ago was like, oh, this guy's going to be the next big thing. And then all of a sudden he just like...
I think he got hurt, didn't he? Or what happened? Or he just started getting raked?
That's the thing. He just started getting raked. So now here's another sleeper of mine, Chris Sale, going towards the end of the draft, and a bot is going to get him for $2.
Not if I have something to say about it.
That's right.
$3.
Get him, Tony. Get him.
Stupid bot.
Hey, you know what's crazy, Doug? So I was talking to the homie the other day. So my homie Peter at work, he comes up to me. He's like, "Orale Holmes, what's up, Doug?" Like talking like he's like from LA, and I'm like, "Yo, you're from Pennsylvania. Where'd you get all this stuff from?" And he's like, "Oh, Blood In, Blood Out. It's one of my favorite movies." That. And I was like, "There's no way you know about Blood In, Blood Out. No one knows about Blood In, Blood Out over here, man." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I used to watch it all the time." He said that he used to work in a restaurant or a hotel or something, and like all the dudes in the back, like they were all Hispanic, Mexican, and they would play the movie once in a while. And he like learned like a bunch of slang and everything. It's so funny.
That's funny. Orale, Holmes.
Yeah, he'll walk up to me.
What you call him, Miklo?
Yeah.
Miklo.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. I love that movie. It's such a good movie. So underrated.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best like LA-based gangster movies out there.
Yeah, it's got everything, huh? It's a love story in there. It's got family.
Lots of drama. Yo, remember when they lifted up that dude and dropped him on the fire hydrant?
Oh yeah, that was a fucking drug problem right there. Remember he was a heroin addict after that.
Yeah, it's when he started with the needles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was such a good movie. So underrated.
Yeah, I think it's way better than American Me.
Yeah, American Me was too. Well, I mean, it's just different genres, you know.
I think it was just too corny. Like when he was talking in like in rhymes all the time. Like I didn't dig that part.
That's what they do, bro. Old Mexicans like that.
Yeah.
They used to think they were funny and clever.
Hey, did you see what Carlos taught me about the screen on the podcast? Like on the bottom of the screen?
I see it.
Pretty dope, huh?
And
then I don't know if you see also, but like right under my name, it says Willpower, and then it says host/analyst.
Yeah, I was putting in the chat, but nobody read it. I was because remember you were saying like, hey, Javi, what should we have you under? Like, what
Uh
name should we give you? And I in the chat, I kept saying, name him second place.
huh.
His name
So
is
messed
second
up.
place.
How many times has Javi actually won it all?
He's won a few times. He's won,
Yeah.
but it's been a while too, though. Yeah, I'm going through my dry spell as well.
Mm, sorry to hear that, brother.
I know. Didn't you win it last year? Did you win it last year?
No. What?
Oh, what's his name?
Hefe.
Yeah,
Hefe is
Hefe won it.
yeah.
He's good too, man. That's
Hey,
when my dry spell started, bro.
Hefe knows his shit, man.
When
He's
Hefe
been
came
doing this
in,
shit for a long time.
started killing my drafts, bro. Getting all the players I wanted. That's the common denominator. Um,
Damn.
why I started
Felix spent so
losing
much
champions.
money on all these dudes, and he still has $40 left, and I'm left with 9 over here.
No, dude, he's got Kelnick for $1. Freaking, that's. I think that's such a good bid because he's killing it right now in spring, isn't it?
He, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention too much to spring
Yeah.
training. I
The
got a lot of shit going on.
23-year-old has gotten off to a sizzling start this spring at the dish, so it was an unwelcome development when he was pulled from Saturday's quad tightness. Also, he's got a little thigh issue, but should be fine.
So I guess it wasn't Kellenic. I don't remember who it was, but I remember someone was having like wrist trouble. I thought it was Kellenic. It's the same type of prospect that Kellenic was. I don't know, but there was a player that had like a off-season wrist surgery or something, and during the first week of spring training, he actually re-injured it, and I think he's going to be out for a while. I wish I could remember who it was. So it looks like the only players that I'm actually going to be able to get are the ones that I nominate and no one else bids on.
Wants to get
The ones that I nominate for $1.
yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
But
right now we're basically waiting on Jasper and Felix to buy
bro,
up the.
Javi's even worse than I am right now, man. He's at $12 and he only has 11 players.
Yeah, so he's. You guys are both at $1 max pick though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but he's going to have 2 extra players that are only $1.
yeah,
I don't know. I think I got some pretty good value right here. I got Max Muncy for $10. I got Vinny Pasquantino for 15.
hey, Vinny P.
Yeah, Vinny P, baby.
Scott White, huh?
Yeah, I love Scott White, man. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And then MJ Melendez for $15. Oh, it's my turn to nominate a player now. I'm gonna have to go for someone that I actually want.
See, look, and we're still
And
we're in the and what round is it right now? We're in round 14, and there's still players that are ranked 150 on the board. I mean, granted, a lot of these players kind of suck, but I mean, look, Dustin May is still out there.
yeah,
William Contreras. Oh, I'm thinking Wilson Contreras. This is his brother.
yeah.
William, who's also
William's still
pretty
good
good.
too, though. He's my sleeper. Look at that! I just got Bryce Harper for $1, mofo.
You see what I mean? You can start
That ain't gonna happen
people.
on Sunday.
Nah, heck no. Well, maybe people fall asleep, man.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
just all like,
But see,
whatever.
like the thing is, like after the draft is done, you can do whatever moves you want on free agency or like the waiver wire, you know, and it's not going to cost any money. We don't have a fab budget; it's just a salary cap draft. So during the season, you can drop and pick up whoever you want. I'm surprised, like no one else bid on
Harper.
Harper.
Yeah, Felix and Jasper. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
they
got so much money. Like, why wouldn't you?
they were like, you know what? Let Will have his fun. Yeah, I definitely Jasper will not let that slide, especially if he picked up Edwin Diaz You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another
These
sleeper, a
guys.
big sleeper that I got, man. Cody Bellinger.
Oh, you just picked them up?
Nah, he's still there.
Oh,
But dude,
oh,
Cody Bellinger is gonna be he's gonna go super late in drafts and probably not even gonna get drafted. And he's gonna be the starting center fielder for the Cubs, who the Cubs don't have the greatest lineup. It's a big lineup downgrade, but he's probably going to be their number 5 in their lineup. He's not going to be hitting in the bottom of that type of lineup.
yeah. Look, Dustin May for $7. Next year, $8.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I don't think he would go that for during our actual draft.
Nah,
A lot of
no,
people are gonna pay attention.
no, because like you figure like there's 8 teams on here that are bots, and
Yeah,
they're not looking at this as a keeper league. They're looking at this as a redraft.
yeah, yeah.
Jose Miranda, no, thank you. I wish there was a way like I could like speed this up.
Yeah, yeah. There was a skip button. Like, I don't want to bid on him. Skip. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Yahoo, if you're listening, create a skip button for people who don't
Jasper
want to
said
nominate.
trying to catch folks napping, like I did with Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I really like both of these guys. This team. Look at Felix's team. Felix has well, let's talk about Jasper. I think we kind of delved into Felix earlier. So Jasper has Alejandro Kirk as a catcher.
For
Andrew Vaughn,
$3. That's awesome.
yeah, for $3. Jeez. Andrew Vaughn, for $5. He's a prospect, right? And
No, he's actually been on the team for a couple seasons now.
oh,
He
is he hurt?
just he was very bad his rookie season, and last year he
Oh,
wasn't too good either.
well,
Last year he
he is
batted
a
271
he is
with
a White Sox
17
fan,
home
so
runs.
maybe that's it. He's seeing something we're not. Will
Yeah, he was
he's
a
a White
top
Sox fan.
prospect back in the day.
All right, and then he's got
Pablo
Jeff
Lopez
McNeil.
is going to go for $2. Are you kidding me?
Here, I'll bid it up then. Dude, come on, Felix. Dang, look at Felix, stone cold. He's just not gonna do it. He's you take him.
Oh, he did it at the 1 second mark. He did it.
Oh my
Felix, thank
goodness.
you.
How
Are
many
you gonna do
pictures
it?
does he
Are you
have?
gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it to him.
Oh shit!
uh,
Hey, at $5, Pablo Lopez, that's a steal, man.
yeah,
He let it go that time.
yeah, it's all right. It's just a mock, anyways. So Felix's team. I'm sorry, we're talking about Jasper's team.
Jasper.
Jasper, he had Andrew Vaughn at first, Jeff McNeil at second. Like you said, he is the batting champ, but there's really no power numbers there. So
So the
that's
thing is
okay.
with Jeff McNeil is he's not gonna have these crazy games where he gets like 20 points like these other power hitters out there, but he's gonna be pretty consistent, getting on base, 2-3 times a game, which is gonna be 2 or 3 points right there, plus scoring those runs. If he can have an average of like 3 to 4 points a game, that's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, it is. It is. And for $9, it's not bad.
Exactly.
Uh, and then he got Jose Ramirez at third base, probably his biggest spender right there, $52.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
worth
at
it.
shortstop, he has Jimenez, Estrada as an outfielder from the
Tyro
Giants.
Estrada. He's probably not going to play a lot. They're
Yeah.
talking about because I think like towards the end of the season last year he was sitting versus righties. Oh, it's my turn to nominate a player. I am going to nominate
Go ahead, baby.
Chris Bassett
Dude, Chris Bassett right now?
for $1.
Not bad.
Just got outbid by Felix. Of course I did. And now I'm over my budget.
I'll redeem it. There, look at Jasper now.
Look at him.
See, look,
Look at him.
it's gonna come down to Jasper and Felix bidding on ultimately on who they're gonna want. I wonder who
They're
they're
going to
waiting.
get a lot of
Who they're waiting
mid-tier
for? You know
talent
what I
for
mean?
very cheap.
I want to see who they're waiting for. It's my turn to nominate somebody. Hopefully, they don't take it. Hopefully, I think they already have like outfielders on their team. I know what's his name has two useless players as Suarez and Gallo.
Yeah. Dude, did you see Yoshida in the baseball classic?
Yeah, that's why I'm nominating him right now for $1. Hopefully, I get him. Let's see. Carlos told me last time too.
For a buck.
If I'm scouting players during the WBC, and I was like, heck yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So I just got Yoshida for $1, which isn't a bad deal, I think. Spending $1 on somebody like look Luis Garcia right now for $1.
For $1.
Man, you gotta like bid that up.
Yeah.
You better go 3. Yeah.
All right. So I still need one pitcher and one outfielder and a
I'll be.
shortstop.
Oh no, never mind. Give me 1 second, Will. I'll be right back.
All right, for sure. All right. For the 2 people that are still watching, sorry this is taking such a long time. We're at an hour and 50 minutes right now. Derek Hall currently nominated by Jasper for $1. So this is supposed to be Rhys Hoskins' replacement for first base for the Phillies. I don't think that he's going to be starting every day. It's really going to be dependent on if he's actually producing or not. So from what I'm hearing, it's probably going to be a combination of Derek Hall and Alec Boehm sharing starts at first base with Edmundo Sosa playing some third for the Phillies.
Walker for
Jordan Walker, $2.
I'll have a
Third
baseman.
base prospect for the St. Louis Cardinals. I think he's actually the top prospect for the third base position. So obviously it wouldn't go down like that if this was a keeper draft. So
Yeah, that's why I picked him up too. That and because like in my mock draft right now, I have Seager and Walker as my corner infielder guys. Like ultimate, that's kind of how I see it. When I'm doing these mock drafts. What's up, buddy? How are you? All right, cool. That was my son just got here. During these mock drafts, I'm looking at the utility spots as my corner and middle infield guys. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get either a third baseman and a shortstop in those 2 spots.
yeah, I still need a shortstop.
Oh, look, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars
Okay.
Nootbaar.
Hey,
Team
another guy
Japan.
from the WBC that I was looking at,
Yep.
Team
Team Japan.
Japan. Yeah, those 2 guys from Japan. Obviously couldn't get a
It's
ton.
crazy how you can have a guy named Lars, let alone with the last name Nootbaar, play for Team Japan. Did you know that he copyrighted his last name for a candy bar that he could potentially make later on if his
No way.
career actually blows up? Yeah. So he
Well-
actually has a what do you call that shit? Like a patent or whatever on his last, so no one can use his name. Joey
Dude,
Meneses. I like this guy as a sleeper also.
Another guy from the WBC, Team Mexico.
Yeah. Mexico did pretty good. Venezuela did good. Japan did good, and US did good. Man.
I have a max bid of $3. But
honestly, I think the draft is getting like a little boring now. So I think at the 2-hour mark, which is in 6 minutes, I think we need to just call it a day and end the pod from there.
yeah. I was talking about Felix's team being good. I don't like his pitching staff though. Woodruff, Max Fried, Michaelis, Luzardo, Garcia, Rasmussen. It's not great. Who'd you end up with, Will? See, look, yours is looking a lot tighter. Corbin Burns, Valdez, Javier, Springs. Oh, so you got both these guys, huh?
Yep.
You got Javier and Springs as your RPs. That's smart.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the guys that I want because they're going to be starting games and they're probably going to be getting close to, I don't know, 15 to 20 points per start. Whereas these relievers that you could possibly pick up, unless it's a top closer, they're probably only going to get, less than 10 points each week. So I'd rather go for the upside of a Sparp rather than the chances of getting a save or two, because one save is only going to get you 3 points, and then it kind of just goes up from there depending on his strikeouts and or walks or hits allowed. The RP eligibility for starting pitchers is just so much more valuable than drafting closers. All right, really? You're going to get Tony Gonsolin for $1?
Maybe.
We
did.
That's pretty damn awesome, Doug. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But I really don't see this playing out in real life, though. Honestly, I don't.
Hey,
I think there is going to be a couple of people who are going to be like Felix and Jasper. It'll also be myself. Where I'm strategizing to have at least like $20 towards, the later rounds. I didn't do that here. I also didn't nominate players that I was trying to go for. I don't want to give off a little too much of my strategy. But I feel like I did all right. I ended up with Tyler Stevenson for a catcher.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah. Then I got Cronenworth at first base. I got Marte at second. Machado at third.
Ketel Marte?
Yeah. Ketel Marte. He just got hurt. What the hell happened? Does it just happen now?
Another dude that just stays hurt.
he did just get hurt. He just got hurt, bro.
Well, it's a good thing we're not doing our draft until
now I know
before the season starts.
Yeah, now I know. See, like I'm gonna be scratching him. It said it was Marte was a scratch for Friday. Well, he was also a scratch for my draft.
Hey, do you want to get on the podcast on Sunday when we actually do the real draft?
Yeah, I'm down.
That'd be awesome if we can get like all four of us, like me, you, Carlos, and Javi.
Yeah. Well, I'm down. I'll share my screen too, like this.
I'd rather see your beautiful face.
Aww.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah. I don't have a camera right here right now, but I was able to do this.
Evan Phillips. This is a guy that's a sleeper too.
You think he's going to be taking over the?
I don't think he's really going to be taking over, but I think he could potentially get the bulk of the saves.
What's up with Bruzdar, the bazooka?
I think he's too wild, man. He walks too many guys, and you can't trust him in against like really good batters. If he's facing 3, 4, and 5. That the sinker is incredible, 102 mile an hour sinker, but I don't know, man. He needs to learn some more control.
Yeah.
Did you see Daniel Bard in the baseball classic?
Who?
He was Daniel Bard from Colorado. He was terrible.
No, I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was terrible. Loaded the bases. I think it was like a walk, a hit by pitch, and a hit. I want to say it was like against Team Mexico that he did that, and then obviously we.
Oh, is that why we lost to them?
No, in the semifinals, or
is he American?
It might have been Venezuela. Yeah.
Oh.
Gene Segura for $1. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like Gene.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's not a big power guy, but he's going to be the starting second baseman for Miami,
Polanco for $1. A lot of these guys. But see, look, there's so many. There's still like some decent pitchers. Not a lot. But they're decent.
Yeah.
Miss out on guys.
I'm definitely going to be a little more I don't know what the word is.
At how much you're spending?
Yeah, something like that. All right, man. We're almost at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
I think we've had enough of this mock draft.
You want to just read off the teams real quick? You don't have much, but I'm at 19 players, 20 players now.
Jasper's full, and he still has 43 players.
And Felix is going to be full right now too. So if you want to just read off what we have and then wrap it up, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do that.
Unless you just want to go, this is all good.
All right. So my team currently, I have MJ Melendez, Vinny Pasquantino, Max Muncy, Austin Riley, Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, Alex Bregman, and Brandon Lau. Now, those are stud hitters, which is why I don't really have a lot of money left. And when you go to my pitching, Corbin Burns, Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, Jeffrey Springs, Kodai Senga, Hunter Green, and Charlie Morton. And all those guys have super like stud possibilities also. So I think I actually drafted pretty well, even though I only have $7 left, and that's supposed to cover like my next like 7 picks. I feel like I'm okay with the lineup that I have. I feel like
Yeah, but you're definitely
the
missing a
upside.
shortstop.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm missing a shortstop, but I'll trade you.
Yeah, like we said. Remember? Yeah, that's one thing that sometimes people need to be wary of too. Since it's an auction draft, you might feel like a player is going too low, so then you throw in $1. But then what if that original guy that placed the bid is like, you know what, that $25 is too much, and now you end up with two shortstops or two third basemen or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. To be aggressive and also try to make people bid more, but only do that with players that you want to get.
That you
Don't do that
really,
people
really
want,
want.
yeah, and that you need as well. Don't do that with players that you know you already have a first baseman and you're doing it again, or kind of like what I did right now. I was pushing for Will to upbid me. I probably wouldn't have done that with it when it's a real draft, but since we're doing this mock, that's why I was just playing around with it. But yeah, just be wary of that, guys. There's a lot of things that you guys should learn from what we did right now. Kind of holding off on relief pitching, kind of what Will did, going for those start pitchers who are eligible to actually start pitching with Javier and Jeffrey Springs. Those were great picks. Uh, um, and then also throwing away players who are you're not going to bid on, but also be careful of that, because if you do it too late in the rounds, you're going to end up with those actual players, kind of like what
Yeah,
Felix
like
did.
Felix did with
Hmm.
Joey Gallo and who was the other one?
Gallo and Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what were your pitchers?
My pitchers were Corbin Burns, Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, Jeffrey Springs, Kodai Senga, Hunter Green, and
That's not
Charlie
bad.
Morton.
That's not bad. All right. Well, I ended up with you just have you needed a shortstop. We'll trade later for Brandon Lowe.
Does he have
uh,
oh, you want him from me.
yeah, yeah. But we'll figure it out next time, when we do it for reals. So I ended up with Tyler Stevenson at catcher, Jake Cronensworth at first, Ketel Marte, which I probably won't be picking up since Will told me he's always hurt now. Manny Machado at third, Francisco Lindor at shortstop, Eloy Jimenez in the outfield, um, Masataka Yoshida at outfield again, and then Lars Nootbaar. And then I have Corey Seager and Jordan Walker as my utility guys. In my pitching, I think I did really good in my pitching. I have Justin Verlander, Shane Bieber, Zach Wheeler, Kevin Gossman, Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Chris Sale, Pablo Lopez, and Tony Gosselin. I think my pitching is really good. For my relief pitchers, I ended up picking up Hunter Brown, who I believe had like some back spasms, but he should be picking up the fifth rotation spot for Houston. So Houston's going to win a lot of games. So hopefully that's a good move. And then Ross Stripling. I feel like a lot of people sleep on Ross Stripling, because he's just hasn't always been that great or good at that. But if you're adding him to the RP position, he's been getting pretty much the same numbers as a lot of the elite guys. Not necessarily like top elite, but like a little bit under that. Still hitting that top 10 relief mark, which is me getting them at the last, pretty much my last few players, I think was a steal. Um, and that's what I ended up with. Did you want to read off Jasper's or Javi's? Why don't you read off how? Oh, Javi's is kind of blank. Yeah, that
He
fool
filled
ran
up
out of
his
me
hitting.
quick. Yeah, I just put Patrick Sandoval. in for $1. Another guy from the WBC that I like. Yeah. Do you want to read them off, or should we just call it a day?
Yeah, let's just call it a day. I mean, I feel like there was only 3 other guys that had teams. I wish we could have all been on here, but that's the way it goes.
Pretty good.
But yeah, for those of you still watching, I know there's only 3 viewers right now. Thank you for continuing to watch. If you have any questions for us, our email is realtalkbaseball@yahoo.com, or you can reach us out at our Instagram, Real Talk Baseball. And we also have a TikTok if you want to watch some videos that Carlos creates. That's also Real Talk Baseball. So we are going to be live podcasting on Sunday during our real auction draft with the league that we created a couple seasons ago. That is actually going to be a keeper league going forward now. So I am Will Power, and joining me right now is Tony Snap. We had Javi the Commish on earlier, and we're signing out. See you guys.